Hello, my name is Vanessa, and I like to share my testimonial for the CEO mom herself, Miss Tina Marie Payne. So, I can honestly say about 3 years ago, I was at my lowest point of life, literally. My marriage was failing. I just had a newborn baby. Excuse me. I just had a newborn baby. I was very discouraged, very lost, very broken, very beaten down. And it came to the test that my pregnancy made me have to leave my full-time job of being a medical professional of five and a half years at a time. The reason is because I had a high-risk pregnancy and I was on maternity leave for way too long, which I understood. And when upon returning, my supervisor, my DSN at the time, she said, you know, you're one of the great employees that I have, but my back is against the wall because corporate is having an issue with how long you've been out, and they're not sure that you'll be able to fully recover being in the unit. And I suffered significant traumatic injuries, illnesses from my pregnancy, and I knew deep down that I didn't have the strength in me to return to work. You know, every mom wants to provide for their children. Every mom wants to know that, you know, there's a stable income. And that was my go-to job. That was my 9 to 5. And I was at that job for about 5.5 years. So my whole world came tumbling down. And my marriage started failing. And, you know, here I am with a newborn baby. And I just like completely was broken. And I had no inspiration around me. I had no hope left. No hope left. So, which brings me to Miss Tina Payne. This book right here. Everything in this book was from 3 years ago when I was down and out and couldn't really figure what was next. And I had some money that I invested and put away silently that my husband at the time did not know about. And I thank God that I did it, because upon being, you know, broken down, and I'm sorry, I'm trying not to tear up telling this story, but upon, you know, trying to get back on my feet, I picked up this book one day and I stumbled across a goal of mine, which was to create my own line of scrubs, to have my own scrub business. And I don't know if I ever told anyone around me, but I was actually going to nursing school and I was reaching upon graduation. I was 4 classes away from graduation, and I still am. All it takes is for me to just go finish those 4 classes and I am your next RN. So back to the story. I picked up this book one day in desperate need of some type of hope. And there was a little page in there that said that I was supposed to create a scrub line. Christian. I'm sorry. That says that I was supposed to create a scrub line, that it was a dream of mine, and the goals and aspirations and how I came about with this line and what it was going to stand for. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I have no more income, no more stable job. My life is a mess. I don't know where I'm gonna move to, because at the time I had to move, and I know I had this little stash hidden somewhere, but I had, like, you know, I was so down and out that I didn't know. I was just tired. I was tired and confused and nothing synced in yet. So I'm looking at this book. And I'm looking at this book. You see what it says? Every thought creates your future. I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, I wrote this down years ago. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I gotta do it. I have no choice. Now my life is upside down. I need a new start. So here comes Miss Tina Marie Payne, CEO Mom. I watch YouTube videos. And at the time, I was watching motivational speaker Eric Thomas because, as I said, I had no hope left. I was down and out. So I would watch him from time to time. And I stumbled across a YouTube channel, Testimonial. And the testimonial was of a nurse that said that Miss Tina Payne showed her how to build her scrub business and so and so. It was a testimonial. So I'm like, who is this Miss Tina Payne? And you know, I got a scrub business that I wrote down in my little notebook. I wonder if she will help me. And I go as far as Googling her. And when I Googled her, this popped up. How to start a scrubs business in 7 steps. And it is by MissTinaMPayne.com. She is a RN MSN. And she's actually a owner of Grace Health Scrubs Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. And she has a business consulting coach business where she coaches nurses on how to start their business and get it up and running. So I stumbled across this, and I'm telling you, and I'm like tearing up thinking about it. This woman was an inspiration to me at a time where I had no hope. I had nothing to look forward to. I was defeated. And I took these 7 pages right here and I found a highlighter in one of my son's room, and I highlighted and I circled and I Googled and I made some phone calls. And when I tell you, see, I even have some notes. I got notes all through and through. And when I tell you, I tracked her down on Facebook, all 3 of her pages, because she is doing what it do for 2019. I tracked her down on Facebook. I said, I have to get in contact with this woman in some way, somehow. And I scheduled a conference call through one of her automated systems for her coach business. And I was shocked the day Miss Tina Marie Payne called me back. And when she called me back, it was an instant flashback of the pain and distraught that I was coming from. And she was my ounce of hope. And she really came through for me. She came through for me. Like, she sat down on the phone. I told her that I don't have no solid business. I didn't finish nursing school, but I can and I will. I told her that I aspire to have my own scrubs line.